All right, as promised, here we have the Perpetual Walkway. It slices, it dices. Okay, it does those things, but more in just a replacing the blocks sort of way. Now, if you wanted to, you could modify all the commands in the structure and just add a space and then follow that by the word destroy. And that would actually make it into a mining tool. Everything that it went through, it would give you all the ore and everything just as if you had mined it. So that'd be a nifty other use for this. But as far as it goes as a perpetual pathway, it works really, really great for that too. It's only missing one of the directions because south and up is the worst direction in the world, and it's Satan's direction. That's not true. Actually, it's because I don't really have the savvy to get that one to work, but if anybody else would like to open up a flat world that has nothing else in it that you want to keep, that's very important because the problem with the South Code is it creates a self perpetuating wall, if you will, of code, and it usually, if you, as long as you don't have it lined up straight, which means it would just go on forever, it will go up into infinity until it stops at the maximum height limit of the game. Um, that is a really annoying thing, and the blocks actually never stop spouting out code. Right now, in this flat world, I have a lot of blocks spouting out code, so I have them silenced. That works too, but if I had something else continuously duplicating in the background, that could be a problem. As you see, this is the perpetual walkway in use. I've covered a lot of this world in perpetual walkway. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how to make the codes work together because I am a novice at best. I just started doing this not too long ago, and by not too long ago, I mean less than a few weeks. So let's see what's going on here. Well, I tried to make it as easy as possible when you have a device that will go in several different directions. It's not that easy to lay it out in a way that's user friendly. So I did my best. Each direction has an ore facing that direction, and the color ore goes with that direction. And each thing does a different thing for each direction. Am I getting confusing yet? Probably, but I'm going to keep going. You'll see as I use it. Um, what I'm getting at here is if I want to go in this direction, all I have to do is see the ore. I just have to go, oh, that's gold. So I want to go in the gold direction. So I press the gold solid button, and that will keep me on a solid forward path. Get it? Solid button, solid path. Okay. Anyway, sorry. That was patronizing. I didn't mean that. I love you guys. All two of you that watch me. Um, This one goes up because it's elevated. Okay, levers, elevation, a whole lev kind of thing going on here. Those ones go up in the direction that you want. And then if I wanted to go back down, not a problem. Or down. Or will take you down. As you see, the buttons do stick sometimes. I did have it all levers, and that's its own kind of little problem that crops up. You have to make sure every time you click a lever, you click it twice. See the buttons down here? That prevented my lever from creating anything. So make sure your buttons aren't stuck and your levers are in the right and off position. If you have more than one lever on, it could start to get into a sticky situation where it ends up self-replicating itself all over the place like crazy. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. The south directions get a little tricky. I had the largest problem figuring out how to work the south relative coordinates. I know relative coordinates have pretty set rules, but up in south, it eludes me. It creates a self-replicating wall of mess, as we have discussed. Now, if you want to build your own, I'm going to give you a quick how-to over in this direction. Now, I've just been goofing around with that, but you can see it's pretty useful. And let's just go down here. I've broken it up by layer. Now, as we read right to left, that's the way I will number my command blocks in the setup. Now, the numbering of the command blocks is just so you know which codes to put in where. Now, this will be command block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and command block 8. This is all in a northernly facing fashion, as this way is north toward the torches. And just copy that down, and in the video code below you'll have the different codes for each of them. They are all relative coordinate codes, so they're relatively short codes just to copy and paste, and it just took me a really long time to figure out what in the world I was doing, and I'm sure somebody more talented and just more knowledgeable about it would have had a easier, much easier time of it than I did, but it took me a while, and I'm quite proud of the results as far as I got them, at least. Again, if you can figure out south and up, thank you. I appreciate it. Go right ahead and try it. And let me know. This is the second row, command block 9, 10, and command block 11. And I'll give you those codes below, and just copy that up. And then the next layer is, of course, the lever layer, and you just slap those down there. And you can replace any of the colored ore or anything with whatever blocks you desire, as long as you keep the command blocks and they have some sort of switch device on top of them in the same place. You can switch that up as wanted. You could stop right here if you wanted to, if you didn't need a roof. Now, things you need a roof for. Roofs keep out the gravel and the sand from falling on you. If you don't need a roof, like you're not tunneling through anywhere, you should be fine without a roof. You don't need to worry about it, but I like a roof just in case I decide to tunnel through somewhere. And as I discussed earlier, that slash destroy code, you could, or not slash destroy, sorry, you can just add, just create a space at the end of the code. Here, I'll show you on one of these codes here. All you do is space and destroy, and that would mean that would replace the blocks there instead of just cloning something in its place, and that should create a mining effect. I haven't tried it out though, so if I'm wrong, I'm totally wrong and I'm sorry, but it's worth a shot. If somebody wants to try it out, let me know. I'll probably try it out by the time this video's out, but I'm going to show you a little bit of the pain that it was to create this. Now, you can go back and pause that so you can copy that down and build your own. But what I'm going to do is show you the failing wall. Now, the failing wall is what was created when I was trying to create up in south. And again, if you want to try that in your own world and you are more knowledgeable than I am about this stuff, you go right ahead, do it. I'll link your video. Not that I really have like, oh yeah, you're 2 followers, thanks for the sharing of my link, but it's still it's the thought that counts, right? But anyway, oh, there it is, the failing wall. I tried. You can see there's a lot of trial and error as I try to figure out how to make sure each direction works with all the rest and that I'm not copying extra blocks. Every once in a while I'd turn a corner and realize I was copying like a slice of extra block that was clear before until I turned a corner, and now it's not just air, it's part of the block that was next to it, and it becomes glaringly obvious that I've made a mistake, which is easy for me to do. I'm dyslexic, so, you know, have a little more appreciation from a fail wall. This is from one code. One south and up code created all of this, and it self-replicated itself into the maximum height limit and stopped because it can't go anywhere. However, if you do walk into this area and you have the command block chatter on, it's a loud little area. There's a lot going on here. The command blocks are touching each other. I don't know. It's not good. It's definitely not good. And all this from like a little tiny code. It was just a single code that ended up touching other codes or something when the command blocks touched each other. Maybe some of my buttons were pressed down. I don't know what happened, but it was a spectacular and repeated fail. I got rid of all the buttons and tried it again just to see if that was the case, and it was not. It replicated the same thing all the way up again, and I changed some of the coordinates and everything, and then I got this. So, See you in a while. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you out and gives you